Today, from Portland, Oregon, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Portland Lumberjacks taking on the Chicago Tigers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Tigers and the Portland Lumberjacks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense, very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Davidson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Davidson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Davidson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Davidson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running right, Portis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 110 yards.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Cobb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Davidson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Tigers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off play action. Cobb. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Lumberjacks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Davidson. It's complete to Turbin. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Davidson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. Portland's offense now about set to take over. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Cobb. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first down. Cobb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Off the play fake. Cobb. And that is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they'll begin by running the option. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's the option. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Davidson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Davidson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Following the fumble recovery, Cobb. Going to throw right side here, complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Cobb. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Here we go. Room 32.
They'll run on first down. It's Carr. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and... Off play action. Cobb. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Cobb. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to throw on second down. Davidson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Tigers have taken the lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Drops this one off to Portis. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A final shot before break. Davidson forced out to his left. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. The Vikes getting the home cooking as they pull their record back to 1-1. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 35-21, the final score. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers able to even their mark at 1-1 after falling in their opener a week ago. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Operating from the gun. Cobb into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Davidson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. An inside give. Here's Portis. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Cobb. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Carr. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Cobb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First target, first catch, and a first down. Operating from the gun. Cobb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. To throw on second down. Cobb. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Cobb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start with the option, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Davidson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Davidson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game?
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Carr, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Cobb out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st down, Davidson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on first down. Davidson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On first and 10, Davidson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Davidson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Looking to throw on second down. Davidson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Davidson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. To throw on second down. Davidson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Here we go.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Tigers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Cobb. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Cobb. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cobb over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Now a draw play. It's Portis. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away. Changes with...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.